Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Aiment wireless weather station. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. So here we have the user manual. So it says LCD full segments. This has all of the different things on the screen. So you can pause it here and read through this if you want to read through everything, but it has lots of features on it. This is the remote transmitter, and here's a continuation of that. Here's the installation. Talks about placement, operation, time setting, snooze function, weather forecasting, history, minimum maximum of temperature, battery indicator, moon phases. And it has dual USB charging ports. Looks like the max output is 3 amps. Okay, so I'm going to be going over some of these features. I don't know if I'll cover everything, but you can pause during those instructions if you need to read over something and you lost your instructions. So here's the weather station here. This would be the remote transmitter. So you put this outside. So this weather station will read your inside temperature and it'll also read outside temperature. And this is the power transformer. Output on this is 5 volts at 3.5 amps. The cord is around 5.5 feet or so. So let's take a look at this. There's plastic on the front, so let's peel that off. Okay, if we look on the side here, we have the power input and we have 2 USB ports. On the back we have a kickstand. See here, okay. There we go. We also have these triangles, which are like keyholes, so you can hang this on the wall. So you can hang this in the middle or hang it on the 2 sides. Then in the middle, we have an opening for batteries. So this can be powered from the wall or with batteries. I'm going to be powering it from the wall. That's my preferred method, so I don't ever have to think about it. But if you do want to power it with batteries, you can do that. On the top, we have a snooze and a light button. So let me get the kickstand back out, and I'll get this plugged in. Before I do that, I'll look at the transmitter. So this takes 2 AA batteries. So I'm going to go get some batteries for this. This also has a keyhole on it. So I'll put these batteries in the transmitter. And there's a switch in here. It says 1, 2, 3. So that's for the channel. This is on channel 1. You can hook 3 transmitters up to this. So you can have one in the front of your house, one in your back of your house, one in your greenhouse, one in your basement. You can put them different places. So I have that. I will plug this in now. Okay, so that's plugged in. So this is on. So it's lit up. So this screen looks kind of like a tablet screen, but you can see there are a lot of the graphics already there. So it's kind of a hybrid of a tablet type screen and a traditional like LCD panel that just has black on it. But it gives it a really modern look. So if I press the button on top, we can turn that backlight on and off. So that's low, high, off. So with this on high, with the backlight, we can see my power meter is going between 0 and 0.3 watts. So this thing is just sipping electricity. If you have this plugged in all the time, it's not going to make your electric bill go up. So I'm going to go put this sensor outside, and then I'll read through the manual and we'll go over some of these features. Okay, so I plugged in the sensor. So first thing I'm going to do is set the city. So I want to press the city button. And over here we see NYC. So I want to press up and down to change the city. So we have Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, ERI, I'm not sure which one that is, San Francisco, San Diego, Dallas. So I didn't find my town. It might have been on there, but I'm close enough to Chicago, so I'll just choose that. And then I'll hit city to confirm. So the backlight just turned off and I'm trying to press the backlight on, and that means it's trying to receive the time signal. So I'm going to stop the video and I'll let it do its calibration, and then I'll come back and then we'll continue. Okay, so I took this upstairs for a while so the radio signal could reach this and it could set its own time. And I also fixed a couple things here. When I was looking through the cities, Des Moines, which is the major city I live near, is DMO on here. And typically you would see that as DMI or DMS. There's different ways to do it. So I didn't completely recognize that. But there is a QR code on the instructions, and that brings you to a list of the cities, and I think they're in population order because the first is like New York City and the last one's like Billings, Montana. So you can look through that so you know what to look for on here as you scroll through it. And needless to say, you typically would only have to set that once unless you move. Once it set the time was wrong because I was in the wrong time zone. So to change that, you want to hold down set. And this on is for the automatic time setting. So I'll just hit set again to go to the next mode. So this is the time zone, and if we look in the instructions here, it says time zone 4 through 10 is AST, EST, CST, MST, PST, AKT, and HAT. So you just have to do the count. So it says 4 through 10, so I did 4, 5, 6 was CST, which is my time zone. So I switched that to a 6. and that corrected the time. But you can also go through there, if you're not using the auto time setting, you can also set the time to whatever you want it to be. So if you're a person who likes to set their time to their incorrect time, like 5 minutes forward or 5 minutes past, you can do that. So it also has an alarm setting. So if we hit set here, we can go to the alarm and we'll hold down on set. And here we can change the time or the hour. So I'll change that. And I'll hit set to go to minutes. I'll hit set next. This is the snooze span. I'll just leave that at 5 minutes. I'll hit set again, and now the alarm is set. So to snooze, you hit the button on the top, which is also the backlight button. So there's low light, medium light, and high light. And while I'm talking about that, I have this plugged in, but I put some batteries in here. If I unplug this, you can see it lit up, but this will go to sleep in just a second. But this is the normal mode, so you can read it on battery mode if it's daylight, and if you need light, you can press this once for a little light, press it again for more light. And then when you plug it in, you can leave the light on all the time. And there the alarm's going off. So to turn off the alarm, I can hit this minus RCC. So this has sunrise, sunset here. So this says sunrise is at 5:53, sunset is 8:28. So if you like to exercise in the morning and night, you can use that to gauge what time you might want to do those activities if you want to do them while it's light out. Now in my experience, these aren't going to be the exact times that it becomes dark or light out, but you can use it to gauge. You can use your own experience with that. Then we have the barometric pressure bar here, and you can see it changing. So this is 1 hour ago, 3 hour, 6, and 12 hours ago. So you can see it's dropping. Then we have the weather forecast icons here, and this is saying it's sunny, and you can see the different icons there right above my thumb. So you can tell what kind of weather is in the forecast. And then there's a little icon down here. It says sunny. So that's the weather trend indicator. There's also a freeze indicator, which isn't showing up right now because it's hot out. Then if we hit MEM here, this is going to show the min max temperatures. So there's the max, there's the min. So that'll store for 24 hours, resets at midnight, I think it is. Then we have the moon phases down here at the bottom. So right now we have a waning gibbous moon. So I'll press set again to get me out of the alarm mode. Okay, so we have the time in the middle dial here. We also have it off to the side with seconds. So you can read it in this clock here, and your kids can read it down here with the digital. So hopefully they're learning how to read a dial, but this could help them learn that too. So that's the Aiment wireless weather station. I really like the modern look of this. It has lots of features on it. It's nice having a device off to the side that I can just glance at and tell the temperature outside. So if I'm heading out in the morning, I know if I need to wear a coat, take an umbrella with me. If I need to put lots of clothing on in the wintertime to keep myself warm, I'll know that when this says like -10 on it. And I like that it goes beyond temperature and has things like barometer, humidity. It shows the humidity hue. I didn't mention that before. That's very nice because humidity has a lot to do with comfort. And then it also has things like sunrise, sunset. I find that to be very useful if I have things I want to do, like if I want to mow the lawn at night, I want to know what time the sun's going to go down. And then it has those forecast features on here too. I really like that this can plug in. Some people may need to run this off battery, but I prefer to run this off of power, so I can just leave it plugged in and don't have to think about the batteries in this. And then I can change the batteries on the outside unit every once in a while. But it's one less thing to mess with the batteries on. Although I did throw some batteries in this so I could demonstrate it to you. So I'll probably leave the backlight on, but if you have this in a bedroom and you want to sleep, you can hit that button and make it completely dark. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.